Welcome to the Solid Signal Podcast for the week of November 9th, 2015. This week's podcast is telling you that it's all about that pipe. And you know, I got that Meghan Trainor song going through my head, even though that's not all about the pipe, it's all about something else. So forgive me if I occasionally drop into song, which hopefully I will not. When I say it's all about the pipe, what I mean is that even though we've been saying for generations that content is king, that when you happen to be a pay TV company, really it's not about the content as much as the pipe that goes through it. The content is important, and having stuff that is unique to you is really important. But for years, we all worried about the idea that the internet was going to take over and the pay TV companies were going to somehow be left out in the cold because they would be limited, nobody would want to pay for pay TV anymore because they just get everything for free over the internet. Well, the pay TV companies have obviously been way ahead of us because for the last 5 to 7 years, they've all been working on providing internet service. So they're not just pay TV companies anymore. Comcast gets more money from its internet services division than it does from pay TV. And you know what? They don't care. AT&T and DirecTV merged so that AT&T would have a source of great content, NFL Sunday Ticket, and DirecTV would have a big fat pipe to put internet through, where previously they couldn't offer internet service directly to their customers at all. It's kind of a big change to thinking that it really doesn't matter if your customers are streaming Netflix or using your pay TV service. Honestly, you're still charging them for the internet service. And what you've seen is in most areas that most of the major pay TV companies, who are also internet service providers, have been working hard to get huge increases in speed in some areas. I mean, I'm talking about where you previously could top out. The top tier that you could get was 15 megabit, and now you're seeing 500, 600 megabit because people demand it and because content really can come over that internet pipe the same way that it can come over for pay TV. There really isn't a difference from these companies' point of view anymore. You know, it's a really smart move because people want to stream. People want on-demand content. And even though you've got companies like Comcast and AT&T that have spent a lot of time building on-demand libraries, that's an ongoing process. And when you think that maybe some of that on-demand content and maintaining that whole service can be replaced by streaming, what you're really saying is that you've got these streaming companies like Netflix and Hulu doing the work for you, and all you have to do is provide them that big fat pipe to send their content down. A big fat pipe which, by the way, you're charging an awful lot of money for. As internet service providers begin to eliminate these low-end tiers, and keep in mind, in my area, for example, the lowest tier you can get is now 50 megabit. So as they tend to want to charge you for higher and higher tiers, then they're going to be able to pay for the cost of maintaining those fat pipes for Netflix and Hulu. And they're not going to worry about the fact that people are using Netflix as much as they are. And I also forecast that data caps are going to be a thing of the past, or they're going to be raised to the point where it's just not a problem anymore. Because these pay TV companies do realize that what people want is to be able to stream a lot of Netflix, to have 3 or 4 Netflix streams going on at the same time, a couple of hours a day, every day, if you've got a family with children. Trust me, this happens. And so data caps are just not going to be the issue that they have been in the past. And matter of fact, you really don't hear a lot of talk about them, except with a few content providers still. Most content providers have moved to a much more reasonable structure or eliminated data caps altogether. Oh, by the way, one last thing before I go. If you haven't signed up for emails at solidsignal.com, this is a perfect time to do it. It's easy to subscribe and it's easy to unsubscribe too, but let me just give you a little bit of a tip. Black Friday is coming and you want to get on that list right away. Go to solidsignal.com for more information.